going to start. So thank you for joining us today on this corporate masterclass. Here, all day long, you will have the pleasure of listening to masterclasses and roundtable discussions. And of course, we will take a lunch break at 12:45, between 12:45 and 2 p.m. So we have also organized a contest with prizes. So please visit the demo zone to learn more about our partners and also maybe win a prize, who knows? And as you may have seen on our program, we will be covering a lot of themes today, and we will start now with one of them, data foundations. So how does Bayer use data and AI for improving sales and marketing automation? To answer these questions, we are pleased to be with Aude de Grivel, data science applications product owner at Bayer. Maybe we can switch to the next slide so we'll see their names. So Precision AI Solutions Lead, and Florian Thiebaut, Managing Partner and Data Marketing Practice Lead. So please explain us how Bayer use data and AI for improving sales and marketing automation. And then, of course, we will have the possibility to ask questions to the two of them. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So I'll start just by a quick introduction. So I'm Aude, and I do product in Bayer. I joined Bayer 2 years ago with little to no knowledge about pharma, but with some experience about really complicated and complex data science model that never went into production, and really nice products that never seen their customers. So I joined Bayer for their pragmatic approach around data, and this is what we're going to talk about today.
Hi everyone, on my side my name is Florian Thiebaut. I'm partner at Artefact in charge of leading our data for sales and marketing offering. So if you don't know Artefact, we are a data consulting company, so a new kind of consulting company specialized in data. So we help our clients like Bayer to improve the way they are using data and AI for business, particularly for sales and marketing today, and we'll try to explain you a bit what we've done together. So maybe to start, so you may be wondering why pharmaceutical companies are using data and AI for sales and marketing. So as all of you know, there was a pandemic. During this pandemic, I think all the interaction that pharmaceutical company had with the HCP, so healthcare practitioner, all the doctors, to who they are showing their product and that they need to prescribe to their patient. And basically, 75% of this interaction, physical interaction, have diminished since COVID, and meaning they switch everything to virtual meeting. So you have more and more, I think, virtual interaction with these HCPs, from the sales representative for pharmaceutical to HCPs, and as well, like in B2C, you have more and more digital touch points that are happening with HCPs. So you send them some emails, you have some chats with them, you have virtual meetings, you can have interaction with them on social media, you can have interaction with them as well, on the cloud of, on Bayer website, on the pharmaceutical website, etc. So which means it is more and more difficult to orchestrate all these touch points and all the data that you can collect around this touch point. So the idea is really to use data and AI to leverage 100% of the data which is available coming from all the different touch points. That can be physical touch points with sales that are going to the doctor office. That can be digital touch points on social media, on website, emails, chats that you can have with them, making sure that you can leverage this data all together for sales and marketing department to help them. So to help sales representative, to understand what's happening on marketing, if they visited the website or not, if they went to a congress, and to make sure that you can feed them with insight in order to be more relevant in the way they talk to them. To help as well marketers, to understand all the interactions that happen with this client, to basically cluster them, to create different segments, and to address them more personalized communication. This helps them to improve the way you talk to them, and to improve the argument that you will show them in order to show that this product works really well for this scenario. So what we'll try to explain today, together with Aude, is what Bayer is doing on this topic, and how they are leveraging all the data points that they have available everywhere to create automation, to create data products for the sales and marketing department. So if I go maybe to the next slide, and Aude, I think, can you tell us a bit more about what you're doing at Bayer on this topic and how you every day are treating data and helping sales and marketing departments.
Yes, so like you said, we can do AI for a lot of things in pharma, market access, discovering new molecules and everything. Here we're focusing on marketing and sales because we believe this is where we have the lowest hanging fruit. And the models are a bit easier to activate. So if we go back, if we go in reverse and go to the basis of what we do, what we want to do is once the molecule is done, we want to make sure that the patient are going to use it. And in order for the patient to use it, we need the HCP to know it and to be informed, to have the right information at the moment where they need it, in the format that is most relevant for them, because since pandemic, everyone has been really seeing how much the HCPs are overwhelmed already. So our objective is to give the clearest communication to the HCP for the patient. So the way we do it in Bayer is we are going to give marketing, business strategy, and field-based roles the way to make informed decision and actions. And this we're going to do thanks to AI and data. So we're going to have 3 different types of tools. We're going to have self-service business tools, where the marketing team is going to use all of the tools that we're going to create and models that are going to help us segment, cluster, create some appetency scoring, know exactly what their HTP are in need of in terms of information, to know when to do it, to help them also allocate budget and optimize their strategy in the best way. Also potentially seeing what is the right format for talking to someone. Are we talking too much? Are we talking too little? Are we talking digital enough? Are we talking, does people need to be in face-to-face? So this is going to be automating a lot of the things that they were doing before, helping them through data. Then we're going to have reporting. Reporting is something that every company needs, and pharmaceutical as well, to make decisions, especially since in regulated market like France, we cannot get like the final sales, which HCP has been prescribing which medicine. So reporting is super crucial. And we're using AI to understand how this link went between our communication to the final prescription through impact models or things like this. Then we have field plan support. Like you said, the world is changing. The doctors, some hospitals are preventing sales rep from coming to their office. They have to focus on their patients. They have little to zero time for this. So we need to make sure that our field force is well equipped, whether it's the sales representative or the medical experts. Through some models of best action or same organizing better the way they're going to talk to the HCPs. And all of this is going to be fueled by models. So in the way we did it in Bayer is organized through product, and each of this product is done like we would do any technical product. All of this relies on data lake. We're going to talk about data a bit later, but I think you know how important it is for the models, and to have everything centralized is the only way to be able to have some scalable product.
Yes, thanks a lot, Aude. So as you've seen, they are collecting a lot of data points, data points coming from their CRM, from all the interactions that they are like basically centralizing into data lakes, creating models, building data products that are at the service of different users, marketers, sales, field force, in order to achieve different business objectives, to make sure that they have relevant communication to these HCPs. So you may wonder how we do this and how Bayer is doing this. And I think, Aude, can you tell us a bit more and what are the different challenges that you have into doing this? This is not only tech. This is also like a transformation project in your company. So how do you make sure that you can achieve all these, let's say, data products, and how you make sure that they are well done and used by the business?
Yes, exactly, because I believe this is exactly what can make a really cool data science model get into production, be used by the markets, be used by the people that you're targeting with it. It's the 3 crucial elements that are the most important one and should be the basis for everything. If we think about tech enablers, we talk often about data lake, we talk often about the pipelines and everything. This is super crucial. Having all of the data centralized in one way and to standardize across your entire entity is the only way to have some product and to be able to scale. Otherwise, everything is just a specification. Everything is a one time. And what we did in BAYER, and this was, it was the fruit of a few years, I think, of try and errors, is to really combine the data and the IT working together, and to decide that we should have two speeds. There is the first speed for data scientists, for people who research. We sandboxes with ways where you can just test and learn. You can run your models. You can go really complex. You can go really you can go really scalable. And then the other part, which is really product. If we want to have product that the users can rely on, the users being BAYER internal, we need to treat them like any other product that we would outside of pharmaceutical industry. So we need to have SLAs. We need to make sure that the product is not going to crash every day, and to have high standard for users. Otherwise, they will keep comparing the internal tools with the market tools and say, why does Viva never crash and yours crash every 5 minutes? So SLAs are really important, pipelines, and really having this two-speed where we have test and learn and industrialization was super important. Then we have data governance. Can never emphasize enough about data governance. I think Artefact has a great offer around it as well, but it's about standardization, making sure that we have a data model. So every market, everyone is talking about the same thing when we talk about data, to make sure that we have data quality, that we have processes in place, that we have people within each of the markets that know their data and knows like the global standard for it. This is really super important. And the last part is change management. I think everyone knows that when we talk about data and pharmaceutical industry, there needs to be a lot of training, a lot of time spent to understand what the real pharmaceutical people, which I was not part of before, are doing, and what are their struggles, and also to understand for them what we're doing and what we can bring. But it's also about how do we organize with them. And BAYER's approach was to centralize and then expand. To spend some time working like a small startup inside of BAYER with data scientists, developers. We had a team of about, I would say, 50 to 60 people, only tech people, and to start to launch the topics. And now that the markets are aware and onboarded, we will expand and everyone will go to the different entities. This is how we decided to do it. There's a lot of different methodology, but I think it's proving to be nice because working in silos and having the data and the business doesn't work, whatever the topic is.
Yeah, thank you, Aude. So I think, yes, at Artefact, we've been helping BAYER on this topic since 2 years. And I think one thing that really strikes me is that it's not only about tech. It's, of course, you need to have the right tech profile. So as mentioned, Aude, there are like tons of tech profile at BAYER. We are helping them as well with different skills, data scientists, data engineers, product owner skills at Artefact. But it's also around governance and change management, which is really important, is to build something, to build a product that fits with the user needs, so fits with the marketer's needs, fits with the sales rep needs, with the people doing the reporting, making sure that it helps them in their day-to-day operations. And so it's really important to understand what they need before building a product, before building something which is a tech enabler. And then, as Aude emphasized as well, data governance is even more important, because if you don't have the right quality of data, the right availability of data in order to build your product, the output that you will do will be false. So it's really important to make sure that you collaborate well together, business and IT teams all together, making sure that this data flows into the system and that this data is accurate. So
yeah, I think we're done, and we can take any questions that you might have.
I think we have 5 minutes for questions. Any question? Yes.
Hi, thank you for the presentation. Do you already have feedbacks from the HCPs or even from BAYER's people on the implementation of these solutions?
That's a good question. Of course, people love to give their feedback, which means that we are live, we are in production, people see what we're giving. I think for the sales rep, they have like their system where they can get like recommendation on what to do next. I think this is working quite well. it's done iteratively with them, starting with a few rules and then going to more complex things. So it's working quite well. I think from the feedback that we got was that every market were doing their thing locally, and we need to work a lot on standardization. And I think this is where the collaboration with them is super important, with the market and the users. It's because if you don't, and you just impose on them your KPIs, you just impose on them their the way you believe they should look at their results, it doesn't work. So yeah, it's been test and try.
Yes, and maybe one other comment about this. I heard from some of your colleagues, Aude, that some of the users of these tools are even logging into the tool during their vacation to see the new insight inside the tools, etc. So it means that they are really using this product and that they like the insight these products are giving to them. So I think they are really at least some of the users are really like using them in a day-to-day in their job, which is also a success factor for this kind of products.
I am obviously older than you are, and I am part of this CRM generation. At my time, CRM was supposed to be everything, or was supposed to become everything. And here in your ecosystem, the CRM seems to be just a tool. Is it as central as we thought it would be at the time, or has it changed?
I honestly cannot say that CRM is not part of 80 to 90% of the information that we need to do our products. We use also, of course, what's happening on the website, external data, blah, 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 but CRM is the most important thing that we have. And the difference is we standardize CRM for every market, and then we're doing the model. So instead of having just in your CRM what happened with an HCP, we have models that says this people is more digital, this people is less digital, this person is appetent to this topic or this topic. And honestly, like CRM is the basis of data for us.
Yeah.
A good thing because it's structured.
Yes, definitely. And to add, maybe CRM is a central piece. It's just the way maybe we leverage the data coming from CRM and as well other data sources using algorithms to make sure you have this data in a standard way and you can leverage them, with artificial intelligence in order to have great insights that are automatical.
I'm sorry, we have no more time.
Yes. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you very much.